So here we are, this is another non-grilling video. We are currently in low setting. As you can see, the orc then very quickly, I had that on screen, sorry about that. He doesn't have very much texture on his arm or his chest, whereas if you like step it up, you do have a lot more straps. Everything seems to like merge into one thing in low, which is expected. Like ground texture, as you'll see in a minute, it's not really terribly great. Brickwork is okay. There is a tiny bit of detail every so often, as you can see with blades of grass, but overall orcs don't look great. Character models need a little bit more improving. But then if we go on to low now, this is me jumping into low. Low, because the last one was lowest. This one doesn't look as bad. Still got quite bad draw distance. I don't know if you, I didn't really mention it in lowest, but it's still got bad draw distance. Character models aren't great again, but you do see quite a big step up when you go into medium in a minute. As you can see, that rock there doesn't have very much texture. If I run over to these guys over here, it all just seems a bit bland and merged into one. There's not very much different scalings of colours, so it's just like one grey with like a few bits of bumpiness to make it seem bumpy. So here we go into medium, and this is where we see a big difference in individual textures starting to appear, like individual bits of the orcs costumes, so not just like merged into one, but different like texture colours, different materials being used, not just like one big thing. And also here, draw distance you will see is a lot better as well, much more improved, but still not anywhere. Still really good for actually its settings for medium and for a game of this day and age. But if you look, textures here have improved, textures on rocks and blades of grass. Here we start to see, when we step into high, little improvements in stuff that's happening in the environment. So I think in high or its highest, a spider runs across the floor, which is quite nice to see. So there's little events happening, and single pieces of detail have been added, so it's not like they're all just one big merge, which I was on about earlier. It looks like they've all been hand placed. They've got a reason. As you can see, the spider runs along there. We've seen improvement there, and fireflies come out of that bush. Highest, there isn't much difference to high, it's just really a step up in texture each time now. Slowly you can see that he gets more scars on his belly, and that the orcs, little bits more of detail, different gradients of colours. So the wooden sniper nest sort of thing in the top bottom right has a fabric added to it actually in highest. Fabric comes in with the NVIDIA physics engine. I don't know if you can get that of AMD. I think it may just be NVIDIA, because they do have the physics engine. But as you can see, individual parts of that contraption there have appeared, and rust, you start to see a little bit more of roost of rust. And if you look out into the background, a lot more detail and textures. I'm not really going to spend much time on Ultra to put this in at the end, because it's very similar to very high. I'm kind of sorry that I didn't put much more Ultra in, but it's just a lot more of a sharper, concise image, and little details like things have been placed there for a reason, and it's not put in one big mosh pit. So yeah.